What are you doing tonight? What do you think you should be doing? I personally think you should be tuning into the fucking Friday show. And if not, I'm going to come and find you. No, I'm joking. What's going on, guys? Figured I'd put a vlog out. I haven't done one in a while. I actually had my aunt ask me to fucking put one out. So, Aunt Teresa, love you. Putting one out for you. Figured tonight we're going to, have some interesting topics. I'm actually pulling up topics. Oh my god, I'm starting to get fucking shit ready for the Friday show. Like, actually make it so we have shit to talk about. So we're not just constantly rambling the fuck on, because it kind of seems like we're doing that a lot. I also have this massive fucking hair helmet that I really need to get the fuck rid of right now. Dear Lord! Sorry, I'm not used to having my hair this long. Yes, I took off the porn stash last week. Yeah, wife kind of threatened something, so I figured, what the hell? Maybe I should take it off. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. Remember that one, guys. And if not, then you're going to be a fucking idiot and be fucked. So, if all goes well tonight, I should have at Cobra Stang fucking 75. I had a brain fart, sorry. And maybe Wiggy, Young J 2525. And I'm going to try to get Inside Eddie and anybody else that wants to join. Now remember, if you're going to join and you act like a little bitch like some people did last week, don't bother coming on. Seriously. And don't come on with these fake fucking personas that, yeah, retarded. Anyways, moving on. Sorry, stole that, Eddie. Figured, what the hell, I post one of these. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm going to update everybody. This coming up Tuesday is when I start chemotherapy again, so you get to watch my health diminish. Not really diminish. They're doing a new batch of chemotherapy. It's completely different from the last time, so hopefully, things will get better. Also, this should be the last month of me smoking these. I will be moving over to vaporizing. Freedom Fries is actually, I'm talking to him, going to ask him a few questions about it, but I've been really interested in doing it, and I know I need to fucking stop smoking cigarettes. So does my wife, and, considering I've got stage 4 colon cancer, it might be a good idea to stop. Kind of, I don't know, maybe like, hey, I shouldn't do this, should I? And to be honest with you, a lot of the times I really just smoke because it's the painkillers. This is like my second cigarette of the day, and it's 2:15 in the afternoon. And yes, I've been awake all day. I just don't find the time. Like, I'm just not in the mood to smoke a cigarette until my painkillers kick in, and then I want to fucking chain smoke, and I hate it. That's the other thing. I should be, within the next week, getting a pee test at the oncologist's office. They're going to be putting me on a drug trial. It's a marijuana derivative based product that it's a spray. You spray underneath your tongue, and it helps alleviate the pain. Sorry, I gotta move the camera. So it'll help alleviate the pain. So, if all goes well, it'll cut me back on all the opiates that I'm taking, because I take a freaking crap ton right now. Any of you cancer survivors, or any of you, people that are going through cancer right now, I'm telling you, and especially colon cancer, like, opiates are like the worst freaking thing, and I can't seem to have this cigarette smoke stop blowing in front of my face. It's usually because I have the fan on, and I don't, because it's beautiful out today. By the way, anybody that's watching up north, I'm sorry, dude, it's fucking 80 degrees out today. Love it! So, yeah, and the worst thing about taking opiates with the pain that I have is it's colon cancer. Colon cancer, you do not want to not poop. It sounds messed up, yes, everybody poops, whether you like it or not. But you have to make sure you have a bowel movement every day, because there can be a blockage. And if there is a blockage, then they have to go in and do surgery. If they have to go in and do surgery with me, that's a death sentence. That's not, I'm not really going to be like, oh yay, let's go do this. No, I'm going to be dead within 4 months. Everybody says, oh, keep your chin up. No. You don't understand. The way the tumor sits, I have one 3-inch tumor, about that big, sits right above my belly button, which sucks. And then I have, to the left of that, in my peridium, which is your abdominal wall, it's probably like a cluster about like that big, but they're all over the fucking place, and there's like hundreds of them. And they're the size of this piece right here. You see that? That's how big the fucking tumors are. That's what it looks like, you know? And of course, on the fucking picture I have, they fucking look like that. Like, they look like the whole... They literally looked like they were that fucking big. So, I have a bunch of those over there. And it's pretty much like open source. So, if they did a colon reconstruction, where they take your freaking... It sounds kind of gross, but I'm going to tell you guys what it is. They take your large intestine. Your large intestine is your colon. Pretty much, is what it is. So, what they'll do is let's say, your colon starts off, and it's like in your rectum. It goes up, it comes down around, hooks up, comes around, and then hooks back down. Well, mine sits in that like little 90-degree bend right here. That's where my tumor is. So it comes up and goes there. So that actually take out that 90-degree bend and just string it down, sew it into your rectum. Rectum damn near killed him. So they sew it into that, and then, you know, you pretty much, they have to clean you out completely. So they use this stuff called Go Lightly. Well, let me tell you, you definitely don't go lightly. It should be more along the lines of let the floodgates open. You're going to be sitting on the toilet for the next 9.5 hours shitting your brains out. Try not to relax in bed, because you might shit the bed. So, you know, that's one of the things they do. They, you know, and they have to because it's an open sore, so they don't want any, you know, any infection or anything like that. Well, with the way the cancer sits in my abdominal wall, it would be resting right on top of the fucking open sore. We don't want that, because that would spread more cancer. I don't want this cancer in my fucking bloodstream, period. I was blessed enough, honestly, to have the cancer that I do. If I ever, it sucks. I mean, it's bittersweet having this kind of cancer. And I'm not saying I love the fact that I have cancer. I fucking hate it. But what I have is stage 4 colon cancer. Now, 99.9, alright, we'll say like 99.7%. Or, you know, fuck it, we'll go with 97% of people out there. When they have stage 4 colon cancer, it has hit their liver. And it's already spread through everything. And once it spreads, it's fucking wildfire. You're done. You literally have 6 months left to live, just about. You have to do extremely aggressive chemo and pray that it works. And even maybe some radiation therapy. And I did not realize that I have a hole in my roof up there. I'm going to have to get that fixed. Yeah, I'm random. Sorry. It's painkillers. Now, what I have is my colon cancer started off in my colon, of course. And you figure at the age of 33, you know, why should you have to go and get a colonoscopy done? Apparently I did. I didn't realize this. So it sucks. So when we found out what I had, pretty much it went from my colon. It didn't hit my fucking lymph nodes, which is really strange. And it moved itself into my abdominal wall. It was kind of like, as I call it, the cancer that was seeking out the fatty fucking tissues. Because I was chubby at that point. Okay, I was fucking fat, not chubby. I mean, 300 plus pounds at that point. I'm still big, but not as big as I was. I was 320 pounds when I first started my cancer, with the cancer. And now I'm down to 250 pounds. So, yay for rapid weight loss. Not really, that shit sucked. So what'll happen next is, like what happened next was it moved to my abdominal wall and I didn't realize anything. I was having stomach pains, wasn't feeling all that good. And I just kept pushing it off. I didn't have any of the atypical symptoms, which is usually like, you know, rapid weight loss, loss of appetite, rectal bleeding. Sounds gross, I know, but usually that's what happens. You know, constipation or diarrhea. Didn't have any of that. And I just, you know, I got heartburn. That's all I fucking got was heartburn. Wasn't feeling good. It was like, oh man, couldn't figure out what was going on. I just had stomach pains. And that was it. Stomach pains, not intestinal pains. So, I put it off. I had health insurance. I wasn't thinking. You know, if I don't have to go to the hospital, I won't. I put a lot of shit off. And I was pretty dumb on my behalf. I should have gone sooner, and I still kick myself daily for it. Ended up going to the hospital, ended up telling them what was going on. I thought, because I was having high abdominal pains on the left side where your gallbladder sits, so I figured I had, I thought that I had gallstones. Well, so to the hospital. I go to the hospital, they do a few tests, they do ultrasounds, they did CAT scans, the whole freaking nine. And they don't see anything in my gallbladder. Instead, they found something in my abdominal area, and that's when they wanted to check me in. Of course, the hospital wasn't exactly all that cool about how they were telling me shit. It pretty much was like, hey, you've got cancer. It wasn't like, hey, we want to keep you overnight to run, we want to have a few more tests run. No, it was, hey, you've got cancer, which sucked a lot. I mean, being 33 years old and finding out that you've got cancer is not the way you want to, I don't know. It's just not how you want to find out that you've got cancer. It sucks. It really fucking does. So I figured at that point, I actually left. I left the hospital, freaking the fuck out. Went home, told my wife, hopped on one of the podcasts with Wiggy and Tomahawk Tater and told them what was going on. And ended up, hanging out that night, played some video games, went to bed because they pumped me full of painkillers. Woke up the next day in the most excruciating amount of pain I've ever been in and ended up going back to the hospital. Got checked in a week later. I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. That Friday that I got out, I was also diagnosed, was given 6 months left to live. And I don't think it really sunk in at that point. I don't think, hey, you're going to die in 6 months. It just kind of, really honestly, it just went over my head. It felt like, I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think it could happen. It's like, it's not going to happen to me. So I was in a lot of denial, and I think that's what saved my ass, to be honest with you. Just constantly thinking I was in denial and that I wasn't going to fucking die, that I was going to keep living. And then, that was back in April. Yeah, it was about April. The end of April, April 17th. And then May, we were still waiting for my benefits, my medical, the fucking insurance to cover the meds and everything else. I got married in May, and then after the 10th, our official wedding, well, not official, it was our ceremony. After the 10th, the 12th, I was put in the hospital. I had fluids build up in my abdominal wall. Now, tumors secrete a freaking fluid. It's just kind of like, it looks like beer. It's pretty gnarly looking. And I couldn't breathe. I was having issues. And I ended up going to the hospital. And they had 9 liters pumped out of my freaking abdominal wall. 9 liters. That was 22 plus pounds. That's some bad stuff right there. Not something I really wanted to ever go through again. So then I did, started up my chemotherapy, and as you guys saw, that it kind of kicked my ass a lot. I mean, it beat me up pretty freaking good. It was pretty much like each week I was just kind of progressively getting worse, but the stuff was working, so I kept telling myself, it's only a week of hell, and then I get a week of relaxation. You'll be fine, you'll get through this. Towards the end, I'm not going to lie, my will to live was kind of diminishing, and it was getting worse and worse. I couldn't stop throwing up. It was really bad. My doctor saw how bad it was and saw that I was just losing my will to live. And he mentioned something about surgery. They checked everything out. They could do surgery because we thought it was just one tumor shrank down. And we were like, all right, cool, we can get that taken care of. Well, the one tumor in the abdominal wall and then the tumor in the colon. We figured everything shrank down. And come to find out, I get scoped, and I remember being under, and I remember, doing everything, and I'm praying the whole time that I just didn't die on the fucking table, because I don't know, I didn't want to die from something that stupid. So then I ended up doing the surgery. They ended up scoping my stomach, finding out that there was nothing they could really do about it. So that was kind of heartbreaking. that kind of destroyed me. And at that point, I went, alright, well, you know what, moving on, we gotta freaking do something else. At least this, they can figure out the testing for me. They had to do a KRAS, which you find out if, you know, it was a mutated gene or mutated cells or anything like that, and they could do give me a certain cocktail for the chemotherapy. They found out it wasn't mutated, so then I could go do my chemotherapy. And I was supposed to start it, you know, in October, and I'm not going to lie, guys, I've been pushing it off. It sounds messed up, but when you, how can I put it? I don't want to feel like the way I did the first time, and it scares the hell out of me. Not going to lie, it scares the ever-living shit out of me. I enjoy not feeling like a, you know, bag of smashed assholes every morning. So, you know, I was supposed to do it birthday time, put it off. I was going to do it around Thanksgiving, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it in December. I want to make sure that I can actually eat a Thanksgiving Day dinner. And wasn't feeling all that great on Thanksgiving. We did a party, or a family get-together on the 30th. Supposed to start on the 3rd, on the 3rd for chemo. And something was off. I wasn't feeling all that hot. I ended up going back into the hospital, and I had another 6 liters of fluids removed, which threw my chemo stuff off completely, which sucked, because I really wanted to have this shit be 2 treatments in by the time, you know, December was over, because I want to get this shit over with, because I got 6 months of treatment. So then, now we're here where we're at, present day. I start next week. I know as much as I'm going to want to make every fucking excuse known to man not to do it, I'm going to do it. I have to do it, because if not, I'm going to die, and I don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. I want to make sure that I'm there for my kids. Even though they're a pain in the ass, I love them to death, but I want to make sure I'm there for them, no matter what. And if you guys don't know, yes, I'm a father of 4 kids. Yeah, I know, what the fuck was I thinking? 34 years old with 4 kids. The oldest is going to be 14 this year. My God. In January. The youngest is 3. So, my oldest is Jordan, and he's 13. My next child will be Haley, is 12. Then Owen is 10, and Sophia is 3. What the hell? We thought we were in the fucking out of the woodwork. Nope. We thought we were out of the woods. Nope. Had a little baby, and she's awesome. She's a pistol. And anybody that says terrible 2s, bullshit. It's fucking terrible 3s. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's another story. So, getting back to everything, we will be doing the Friday show tonight. I will be having, hopefully, like 4 to 5 people on. It will be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully you guys tune in. If not, well, I probably might get butthurt. I don't know. If you guys want to watch it, watch it. If not, then don't. You know, just in case you guys are wondering, it's random topics. Usually I don't come prepared. This time I actually am writing notes, and I'll have stuff, because there's some really weird shit that's going on in the news this week. So, alright guys, I'm XGC Backsmasher, and I'm out. Remember, go fuck yourself, have a good day, and eat a fat bag of dicks.